off to a rocky start, but once you guys got in that timeout halfway through the first quarter, you guys just came out with a different kind of energy, kind of took control of the game. What was the message in that huddle, and what kind of helped you guys flip the switch?
I think we just needed to settle down. We were very excited. Just kind of weren't doing our roles defensively at the start, and so Kim just sat us down and told us what we needed to work on, and told us what we needed to do, and that would help our offensive production as well. And so just going back to our defensive side, getting steals, getting deflections, just bringing that energy so that way it's easier to score on the other end.
Go next to Casey, and then Paige and Jack.
Samara, when you got the hot hand in the first quarter with Kim's system, you're going to be subbed in and out. How hard and different is it to keep that momentum up with that sort of system when I'm sure previously you were probably left in getting the hot hand?
Honestly, it's not that hard at all because we as a team work day in and day out because we know how Coach Kim subs. So, we're getting in the gym before games, on off days. We're doing things so that when those rotations come, we're still ready to be able to knock down shots when we get back in the game.
For either of you, what maybe adjustments did you guys make throughout the game? Because it seemed early MTSU was kind of able to expose some lanes, just driving those lanes early in the game.
Yeah, I think we needed to focus on just not giving up any middle drives, and that's what we did very early, and we had some miscommunications that led to those, and they were just able to score very easily. And so I think just after we got settled, we limited that a little more throughout the game, and so we were able to just guard better and just do what we needed to do.
Jack and then Cora.
Sara, playing against a 6'7" center and still coming away with 40 rebounds, how has the team sort of improved rebounding now in the third game of the season compared to opening night?
Yeah, I think we're really focused on boxing out. We know we need to out-rebound our opponents to win the game, and so we just focused on that, just whether that was boxing out the small guards or the 6'7" girl, like you said, and so that's what we just came in focused on in the game.
Cora.
Both you guys could answer this. It just seemed like tonight, whenever something did go your way, you guys responded. Like whether it was a very questionable call on a player or MTSU going on a run, it just felt like you guys always found something within yourselves to come back and respond. Just how would you describe this team's mentality in that aspect? And I don't know, is it normal to see kind of that aspect gelling early in the season like this?
I don't think that it's normal to see that, so I feel like we're kind of one of one in that aspect. But our practice boys give us a run for our money every day in practice, and so we kind of know how to work through runs or work through getting scored on or work through messing up on like a defensive coverage. Like we work through those things every day, and so I think that it translates into the game, and I think that it's just like a piece of cake for us in the game to do it.
Yeah, and I would say like we've been through a lot together already, and we just care for each other so much that it translates to the game. Like, and I know that seems like so simple, but like to know that like she's gonna have my back and I'm gonna have her back, it's just a mutual thing between every single one of our teammates that we have, and so we know that like if we mess up, we're gonna be better the next time. Because if I mess up and she messes up, we're both gonna be better, and we know that. And so I think that just it just shows, like you said, how much we can overcome adversity.
Maria, Casey, and then Ryan.
Sara, obviously different team, different head coach, different everything, but the game at last season, I think, really was a brutal loss for y'all. How much did you want to come out of this with the win after what happened a year ago?
Yeah, I mean, not just a loss, but it is my birthday. So I didn't really care who it was. I wanted to win, but it was nice that we did have a get-back game to them, and just, they didn't know what to expect, and we were able to come out there and just do what this team does and just show, how we're just being consistent within each game and just being who we are now.
Casey, and then Ryan.
for either of you guys were one 3-pointer made from tying the program record. Just how, that's an exciting record that you guys could potentially break this season. What about this team makes you feel like you guys can do that?
The work we put in. I think that we all key in on the fact that this is a system where we're going to put up a lot of 3-pointers. And I think that some of us are like, no, we're not really shooters. But getting in the gym and working on it, you'll eventually become a shooter. So I think that in the next coming games, we'll probably break the record of 3-pointers made and 3-pointers attempted. Just as long as we keep seeing them go in, we're going to keep putting them up.
Ryan and Nick Worth.
For either of you guys to like just continue this kind of stuff, the stat sheet, double tonight, 4 assists, 4 steals. How impressive is what she's doing right now in the system?
I mean, it's impressive to y'all, but this is just who
Every
she
day.
is
Every day.
single day. I mean, she's been very consistent with specifically steals, her defensive intensity in practices, and so it's just really, really cool to see. Like, personally for me, like, she was here last year with me. She wasn't able to play. I knew how much she wanted to be out there, and now she's finally able to do that and show her abilities to everyone, and we know what she has in her, and she's proven that, and we know we're going to get that from her every night.
Questions also possible, but more so like the mental aspect. Like she wasn't going in for her the first half of the second half. She just decided she was going to score for the rest of the game, and especially after that charge call, it just felt like everything added fuel to her fire. Just like, what is it like to watch, and how much does stuff like that motivate her throughout the game?
I think that we just did a good job of exploiting the matchup that she had. And so it was just like, get the ball to Coop and let her work. She had shooters fanned out for her waiting, but 9 times out of 10, Coop's going to be able to exploit her mismatches, and I think that she did that really well tonight.
Yeah, and she's the type of player that most of the time she's going to be in the zone, and she's going to be in that zone like the whole time. And so I think that was just a testament tonight is, like you said, she wasn't hitting in the first half, but then she just stayed her course, kept doing her within our system what we needed her to do, and she eventually was productive.
Take our final question from Paige.
Sara, obviously you and Tess have been together for such a long time. What was it like watching her take over in those final minutes? Her last 4 shots were all threes.
Yeah, it was really cool just because, like you said, like I've been with her for the past 3 years, and like she puts in so much work, and we know she's a great shooter, and so I know she missed a couple early, but then, like she said, shooters are going to shoot, and we have 100% confidence in her, and she just did her thing.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.